Already took a nap. Hey everybody, good afternoon. How's everybody doing today? Thank you guys for liking the live. Thank you, Shevish. Appreciate it. Shevish, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on your questions when you're ready. Hey, it's Feely. How you doing today, girl? Okay, Shevish, you say you ready? All right. You can go ahead and post when you're ready, or you want me to just read it from the text messages, Shevish. Thank you. It's me, Lead. I got you after Shevish, okay? I know you donated earlier, too. Please make sure you like the live when you're coming in, please. Thank you. I hope everybody's afternoon is going good. You made it through. That's good. That's good. I'm glad you made it through, girl. Now you can relax. So, Shevish, I can just go off of what you asked me on the text messaging. They wonder if they'll be able to find it. Warrant? Okay. Will they be able to find Shevish's warrant? Will they be able to find Shevish's warrant? I don't know why I just went mute, but yes, I'm reading it now. Yep. I'm reading it now. I'm reading your text now, Shevish. So we're just a little out of sync. 1 second. All right, I'm back, you all. Sorry about that. So, Shavish, I just texted you because I saw a no, but then I said in a few days after Sunday they will see it. So I was basically answering it the way you wanted me to, with the yes or no. Okay, so let me move on. I need to set up a preset bottle range walkthrough. Okay, 1 second. Let me look at the second question. All right, so let me just ask it this way. So when it comes to Shavish, will they be able to get her a preset bond? Or will they have no less than find an alternative? Will she be able to have a preset bond? Or will she have to surrender herself? Have a guy didn't go like he said he would. Maybe. Hi, Yvette. How are you doing? Have a guy didn't say. Wait, what guy? Shavish. Okay. That's strange. I see like your legal team has like a pretty strong pull when it comes to the court proceeding. I know obviously you don't want to have to like surrender and turn yourself in, so they're going to really try to help you fight with the Five of Swords. It's going to be a lot of back and forth between them and the courts. But the Nine of Swords is here. Let's see, is she going to have to surrender? Will she get a preset bond? That's you. Queen of Swords came out. Five of Wands and Queen of Swords. So it looks like that it's not necessarily showing that you will have to surrender. It looks like they're going to really try to fight for you, Shavish, to try to keep you from having to do that. Like they're going to try to get you a preset bond. I just see them trying to really help you out with that. Will she have to surrender, Spirit, at all? Or will it just be about money? Yeah, a lot of back and forth. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be about money because you got the King of Pentacles. They want money. They're going to want money. So if you can give them money, then yeah. How you doing today, Everett? Or Yvette, excuse me. I misread your name. So yeah, they're going to want money, Shavish. He said he had court Sunday and he would go look. The guy I was speaking to. A lot of back and forth. Yeah, but will they succeed in getting the arranged walkthrough if they proceeded it? Okay, hold on. Will she get the arranged walkthrough with this preset bond? Will she get this arranged walkthrough with the preset bond? Okay, so is this something that usually goes hand in hand with each other? Like once you get a preset bond, you can get the walkthrough as well. Like is it something that works in contingent to each other? Hi, everybody. Make sure you guys are liking the live. And if you have questions, just let us know and we'll put you on the list. Yeah, with the attorney. Okay, so I'm getting a yes with the Temperance. Do they go hand in hand with each other? Okay. How's everybody doing today? Sorry, you guys. My son is so hyper. Hi, Jacob. How's everybody doing today on this Saturday afternoon? You okay? Can I be added to the list? Yes, Yvette. You can be added to the list. Just make sure you like the live and subscribe. Your first yes, no question as a new sub is free. And it's me, Lee. You can go ahead and come into the chat. Do you want me to read your text messages, It's me, Lee, or do you want to change your questions? Thank you, Shavish, for keeping the list going. Okay. All right. How is Poppy leaving time spent together with Miss It's Lee through the morning? How's he doing that time spent together? Last night through this morning. Nice. The cool breeze. Nice. Okay. Sounds good. I feel like he's gonna try his best to like be more present and not be as distant with you. Now that you guys have an understanding, because the high priestess is like something that has already been explained. You don't need to keep going over the same thing again. So I see him trying his best not to be so distant from you moving forward. And with the Ace of Pentacles here, he felt like it was time well spent. You know, he really felt like he had a good night and morning with you. Okay. Eight of Swords is here. And I think he's just realizing that at the end of the day, you both have similar fears and desires. Like once you guys talked, it's like he started to feel like you were like-minded with the fears. Like he's not the only one that feels this way. But I think you both ultimately are just looking for wish fulfillment, you know? It's like seeing past just the person and seeing the actual like soul. Like he feels like he connects with you at a soul level with the star. So I feel like that, you know, like I said, he can appreciate that. He can appreciate the transparency that you guys have with each other and that you're able to talk about those conversations, okay? With the Ace of Wands reverse here, though, it's like, yeah, I'm still not technically ready to jump into like anything right now. However, it's like he does feel like the connection with you is getting stronger, okay? No, the distance thing, he's going through personal things. Exactly. So he understands. All right. What is his thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ismaili and the connection? So let's look at his thoughts. All right. Let's look at his feelings. More in the near future, yeah. His feelings. All right. And his intentions with Ismaili. Hi, everybody. All right. So his thoughts is the Four of Cups, you know, and the Seven of Wands. So his thoughts right now is like he is just really in a complacent place in his life. He's not necessarily where he wants to be, you know, could be looking for that particular spark. So the standoffish nature that he gives is not because he's not interested. It's because he just doesn't feel like he's being fulfilled at a soul level personally. So that's why he feels like it's pulling teeth with him as far as getting him to commit, because he just feels like he's not exactly where he wants to be. He's still trying to figure out what he even wants for real, you know, like when it comes to like his desires, things like that. So you just kind of caught him at a time where he's kind of like in a kind of like crossroads with himself. Okay. His feelings is the Ace of Cups to the Queen of Swords. Okay. So his feelings is like he definitely wants to pour into this connection, but he just doesn't necessarily know how right now. Like he know he can do a little bit, but he may not feel like he can do a lot. But with the Queen of Swords here, his feelings is like he's glad that you're someone who doesn't get so emotionally butthurt when he tells you the truth or when he expresses himself. That's one thing he likes about you is you're very articulate. You're very wise. So it's like when he tells you stuff, he doesn't feel like you're attacking him. He feels like you actually can hear him. And actually sometimes, you know, that's all he needs is someone to just listen. You know, to just listen to him. And I feel like air signs are really good at that. They can really listen to people and understand and break down communication to where it's transparency. Okay. His intentions is the Knight of Cups here and the Nine of Pentacles. So right now, his intention is just kind of enjoy this connection. You know, be romantic, be passionate with you, but he's still kind of showing up as a single person with his intentions. Now I know you were asking if he is going to eventually move forward into commitment. So let me just clarify this Nine of Pentacles. Because the Nine of Pentacles came out sideways, so he's kind of teeter-tottering with the idea of what exactly a relationship would look like for his life right now. Like, does it fit? Does it make sense, right? Versus if he stays single, like, because if he's single, he doesn't have to care or think about those things. So let's clarify that Nine of Pentacles. Will it turn into a relationship between Pop and Ismaili? Will this come into a romantic connection with each other? Because that's what we want to know, Spirit. Now you have the Seven of Pentacles here. There is potential for growth, okay? It is a slow growth, though. It's not something where you guys just like off the movies like Titanic, love at first sight, and then you guys are spending time together, and then boom, you're forever, or whatever. It's like this is a slow build to the connection. So if you two are willing to stay and put the work in, it could grow. But it's kind of like really up to his healing. It's up to if he makes the right decisions, because the Fool is here. He has free will. So it's up to him if he does decide that. But for right now, in your immediate energy, I'm not seeing like a strong commitment yet. I'm seeing a more of a slow pace, slow build to a connection. So it's kind of like, darn, it's a little frustrating when you can't get the answer right away, but it's because Spirit is like, he has to pass the test, right? They're seeing what he's about to do. Like, they know you're a good person. They know you have a kind heart, but they need to see what he is capable of doing under pressure. And you do too, because I told you, this Pluto and Aquarius transit is a refinement process. It's all about stripping away the bad toxins, the negative traits to get the purity. And so he is under a microscope right now, spiritually. And so Spirit wants to see if he has what it takes. So yes, he's going to get thrown hurdles. Yes, he's going to get thrown delays, all that stuff, because Spirit wants to make him see if he builds under pressure or he cracks under pressure. So that's why they're not giving you a clear answer, because they don't want you to focus on that. They don't want you to focus on that. They just want you to focus on your healing and simultaneously him focus on his healing. And then if Spirit feels like you two have done what you need to do, then you guys could come together because there's potential. But if you don't, then obviously someone else will come in and replace his energy. So that's just kind of where it's at with Spirit. Yeah, they want to see that. They can't bless him with a good woman or a happy relationship if he's going to be self-sabotaging. They cannot do that for him. So he doesn't even have the answer for that right now, respectfully. So it's up in the air, but as the time continues to move forward with you guys, like I said, there is potential. So keep that in your mind. It just is going to take some work. It's going to take work. Okay. All right. Does anyone else have? Oh, yes. Let's see. I believe it was, yes, Yvette. Yvette, what is your question? I think his Pop knows this because he said he is so focused on himself in the healing journey. So he's really just like, look at it this way. It's meaning you're a Gemini, you're a mirror, right? He's reflecting to you what you should be doing too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's showing you like, hey, I'm not ready. I could be honest with myself with that. I know I need to heal and work on myself. So he's almost showing you what you should be doing too. So that way you guys can come into alignment. So look at it as kind of like, him giving you the blueprint or the playbook on what Spirit wants you to do right now, All right. So Yvette wants to know, is there going to be new love coming into her life? Is there going to be new love coming into Yvette's life, Spirit? All right, so I do see some major changes happening around your love life. Okay. So I feel like that you do have some love coming in, but it looks like right now, like the first, because I think this is like a Pluto thing going on with everybody. So for the first kind of couple months of the summer and even into the fall, I see Spirit wanting you to kind of do some work. But after this Pluto retrograde, I see someone coming in towards you. So that would be more so like your late fall going into winter season. But for right now, Spirit is asking that you do some work. Okay? I tell you guys all the time that the Pluto retrograde is putting a flashlight on the things that we hide away from or that we put in our deep, darkest parts of our subconscious, and it's going to make it apparent right now. So if there's anything you're struggling with right now, it's coming out. And that's because Pluto wants refinement. Pluto asks for us to change. And so that we can be better aligned for the opportunities that we want. So there are some things that Spirit is asking you to work on. It is over in October of 2026. But you guys, if there is resistance, if there's anything changing, if there's uncomfortable things happening in your life right now, it's not to punish you. It is to help you go onto your correct path and align you. Okay? Yes. Okay, I will do the work and put love on the back burner. Yeah, and you can still have fun. It's not saying, you can't have fun, but Spirit is just saying, like, right now, you may not get that serious commitment you're looking for while we're going through this transit. Okay? But after October, things do come pick up for you in your love life. All right? All right. Does anyone else have a question? Oh, Shavish, you said you sent again. Okay. What's your question, Shavish? Thank you guys for all of the love. I appreciate it so much. And you guys, sorry if my voice is cracking. I have allergies that I just found out about. I didn't know I had allergies at all. And it turns out your girl does. So that's why my voice sounds kind of scratchy. So sorry about that. So I know I said I didn't text back, but eventually, guy was trying to press his case real bad. Okay. So you did end up responding. Got it. Got it. Thank you guys for all the likes too. I appreciate that. He told me that he acted the way he did because he genuinely thought that slowing us down in the friend role was going to help because he didn't like when we butted heads and didn't want to lose me. Okay. Got it. So he was trying to be more so calculated with that. Okay. Got it. Gotcha.
Life doesn't always run on time. At university.
Like, babe, not everything is going to be perfect, right? Exactly. Like, you can't just make that decision for me. You have to ask if that's something I even want. Because clearly you're here looking to date and be in a relationship. So how can he compartmentalize you guys' connection like that? Aquarius type stuff, girl. Yeah, of course. Like, he needs to learn how to communicate, right? I mean, I get that, but you can't make the rules as you go. See, certain things you say that you can't take back. He better be glad you're even willing to talk to him now. You can't play with people's emotions like that. Okay, you're talking about you speaking to Jordan. Okay. So you both were trying to get a reaction out of each other. Got it. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. So y'all both essentially were trying to get a look back at each other. Got it. Okay. I understand. I was in a position of not knowing where this was going to go. Right. So you were kind of like going off of just like protecting yourself. That makes sense. I mean, I get it. Especially because you didn't know he was so hot and cold with you, right? No, I get it. Hey, Jakey. Sorry, you guys. Especially if you have headphones on. My son is just so loud. Right. Now you can take him outside if you want. Right. You guys were clashing? Right. I get it. What are Viano's true thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards me? What are his true thoughts right now, Viano? So are Shavish. Okay. Feelings and his intentions. Okay, let's see, girl. So his thoughts is a temperance. I mean, he does want to like be fair, you know. He really honestly thought the way he was approaching it was fair, but he's realizing that wasn't fair. That's not, I get your intent, sir, but that's not working for me. Okay. But he does want to heal the connection with the Three of Swords reversed. And with the King of Pentacles here, he is trying to come in and offer you something a little bit more stable energetically. Like maybe just not be so in and out, hot and cold with you, right? Because he genuinely does see you guys still having a connection. It's just that he's trying to figure out, how do we get past this obstacle of communication? Like that's the biggest problem that you guys might have, is like the chemistry's there, but it's like when you guys communicate, it's like he's speaking blue and you're speaking pink, like it's like so many differences with how you guys process communication. And so with the Five of Swords, again, 1 second, Shavish, hold on. All right, Scott, hi, welcome to the chat. Yes, I can put you on the list. Thank you so much for being patient with me. Sorry about my kid. He is running around having a good time. Okay, so Shavish, thoughts wise, again, like I said, he definitely just wants to try to figure out how to overcome the combativeness that you guys have when it comes to communication. I mean, so he was telling the truth with that part. And then you got the Three of Cups here. But his thoughts is like, let's just, come back together. Maybe let's go hang out. Let's kind of bring back some good energy into this connection with the Three of Cups. Okay. Now, his feelings is the King of Cups. I mean, he does have feelings for you. He does have feelings for you. He feels very deeply for you, actually. With the Ten of Cups, and he can see himself with you. Like he feels like you have a lot of the qualities that he wants in a girlfriend, in a partner. Again, he's just like, I just need to get past this one part. I think like basically when he saw how combative you were, like, or combative you two were together, how y'all interacted, it put up a huge red flag for him because he doesn't like drama. And he's not saying that you're drama, but he doesn't like that you guys cannot just stay copacetic. Like he's used to a very chill, laid back vibe. That's just him in his person. He doesn't like the drama. So I think that's where the reservations came in, but he's willing to give it another go and just to see if this connection can form into something more, because he does have feelings for you. Okay. Now, his intentions right now is to just be open-minded. He's like, forget all the past stuff, forget all the fears, forget all the stuff I was saying. I'm just going to be open-minded and open to the connection and just see where it goes with the world. Let's just see where it goes. Okay. So that's where he's at right now. So he's willing to give it a second chance. All right. Oh, for your birthday? Oh, so he wants to take you out. Yeah. Okay, makes sense to what I was seeing. Hi, Ari. How are you? All right, Scott. Thank you so much for liking the live. Go ahead and post your question. Happy belated birthday, Shevish. Oh, so sweet. Why didn't you say your birthday was coming up? Dang, I missed Yvette being here too. Yes, you did. He was like, it's your fault. You don't text me back till 5 hours. No, I did. I don't think you were in the live. Will any of the 3 companies offer me an interview for my recent application? ST, WS, or SG? Okay. Let's see. Let's look and see what company is more likely to offer you a position. All right. Give me a card for the company. Let me start with the first one, SR. Or ST, excuse me. ST, what's the likelihood of them offering Scott a position? ST, give me a card. Give me a yes or no for that one. Okay, give me a yes or no card for WS. Yes or no. WS. And SG is the last one. Give me a yes or no card. Okay. So for ST, I'm getting a response back from them. Okay, it looks like they're going to definitely offer your interview. And I don't know, they may do like quick hires or something. I don't know like what type of, like if they're like a temp agency or what, but I see them coming back to you with the page of wands. So be expecting some type of follow-up from them to set up an interview. Okay, so WS doesn't look like it's going to be coming towards you as far as like offering an interview. You got the 2 of wands reverse. Let's look at SG. And SG, I mean, they are going to, but you're going to kind of get annoyed with how long it takes for them to respond back to you. But this first one, ST, looks like they're going to be quicker to respond. Okay. All right. So that's what I got for you, Scott. Sorry about that, Shevish. I didn't know you said for 2. All right. Go ahead and post your next question, love. Glad to know you're doing good, Ari. All right, so let's see. Time around when things could actually lead to commitment with Viano. Give me timing on when things can lead to commitment with Viano and Shevish. Give me timing on when things can lead to commitment between Viano and Shevish. When can things lead to commitment? Uh-oh, I just zoomed in. Okay. Let's see. So you guys came out with the 10 of Cups. I like that. The 10 of Cups energy is supportive. Knight of Swords is the connection. You guys are both kind of just seeing that this connection has potential. All right, 8 of Wands. Now, to be quite honest with you, if you guys can stay at this consistent state of flow state with each other, the 8 of Wands, if you guys can kind of work on how you're communicating and just your reaction towards each other, I see that you guys can actually start thinking about getting into a serious commitment by Leo season, which is August. Because you both feel like you are supposed to be together, but maybe it's just like certain ingredients are missing from the recipe. You know what I mean? So I'm seeing like you guys could actually become something by Leo season with it's a strength card, which is Leo. But you guys are going to have to definitely work on communication and how you resolve conflicts. Those 2 things are what's going to alter your timeline. Those 2 things. So if you guys can get those 2 things in check and in order and no more like, I mean, of course you're going to have discrepancies because you're human. But if you guys can really just kind of mellow out with how you guys respond to each other, or like I said, the engagement when it comes to arguments, I could see the timeline speeding up for your connection. But if you guys can't fix that and you guys keep it bumping heads, it's going to further out your timeline. So that's why I always say timing is very interesting when it comes to spiritual and tarot readings. Timing is fluid. It depends on the particular energy at that moment. If you guys are showing progressive energy, then the connection timeline will speed up. If you guys are not showing progression, then it will slow the timeline down and you guys will be further out. That's if you can make it. I mean, if you even make it, if you guys don't evolve with each other correctly. Okay. All right. So that's what I'm seeing though. I mean, I'm seeing like Leo season. You guys could really make it something more. You're going to try it with him and I'm going to check him? Okay. All right. Thank you, Shavish. Go ahead and post your next 2 questions. All right. What you got planned today? Does anybody else have questions for me? And you're welcome, Scott. So with the current energy, will me and Viano be able to keep things steady and decide on a relationship? So will Shavish and Viano be able to keep things steady and decide on a relationship with the energy right now, with the supportive energy right now? Will they be able to stay steady and go into a long-term commitment? Shavish and Viano. Ooh, you guys, I mean, honestly, yes. I mean, you guys have the 10 of Pentacles. That's all about, so this is a very Saturn type energy. This is not a coincidence type of connection. Saturn is always about timing, the Lord of Karma, and it's all about like structure. See, you guys have the capability of being together, but Spirit wants you guys to really build energetically with each other. Like they want you guys to work through these problems so that y'all can come into the 10 of Pentacles. But if you guys can continue this energy, you have the 10 of Pentacles and the Star. Those are instant yeses from Spirit. Okay. And we have here the 8 of Swords. The biggest thing that I think you guys are going to need to work through, which is shadow energy, is fear. The fear of the unknown, the fear of trusting, the fear of letting go and letting love come in fully. Because you both may have issues when it comes to that. Maybe you both felt like love had to be earned, or love was unattainable, or that you couldn't trust people around you that said they loved you. Okay, so you guys have to work on those fears. But if you guys can progress and work on these fears, do the work, then yes, you guys can lead to a solid connection with each other. Okay. And I feel like that's probably why you're being triggered in certain areas of your life, because it's kind of teaching you something around trust. But I see you guys can work this out. Queen of Swords is you, Shavish. Anything else? The 4 of Swords. Yep. Spirit is saying don't overthink it because you're already starting. They said stop overthinking it, Shavish. If you want this to work, just believe that it's going to work, because it's like you have that double mind. It's a Gemini thing. So Spirit is saying, if you truly want this connection to move forward, then trust that it will. Okay? Because they're telling you yes, but you have to believe that. You're in the drive. Oh, drive through. Okay, nice. You just took an order. Okay, cool. Cool. What time are you off work, Ari? And Shavish, go ahead and post your next question, please. Okay. Well, will Viano's thoughts, feelings, and intentions be when him and Shavish meet up tomorrow? No, he kind of begged you. Okay, let's look at his thoughts for tomorrow. How's he gonna be? What are his thoughts gonna be when he sees Shavish tomorrow? All right, let's look at his feelings. Oh, okay. Got it. And intentions. He'll be a little busy. Okay, so he's trying to make some time for you. Okay. Intentions. Okay. Thoughts is not the Emperor. He's gonna try to come off like a little bit more, like letting his guard down a little bit with you. Okay. Maybe giving you a little softer energy, not being so standoffish, or his energy won't feel so cold and detached from you. Okay. Letting his guard down a little bit. And the Page of Swords here. So thoughts is like, being more expressive. Like maybe you guys have more dialect, or, like making little funny jokes and stuff to kind of break the ice. Like just being a little bit, of a jokester to try to get the energy light. He wants to keep things light with the Page of Swords. But with the Emperor reverse, it's good because it's like he's kind of trying to show you a more genuine interaction. Okay. His feelings is the Ace of Swords and the Fool reverse. His feelings is like he does care about you, but he's being very practical with his feelings. Okay, is this the right time to say this? Is this the perfect opportunity to take? You know, he's thinking of it. So it's like he may kind of like catch himself a little bit tomorrow. I feel like pay attention to his words. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't sense it being like bad, but he may say stuff that references like future energy for a relationship. You know, like you just may catch him saying certain things. But anyway, with the 4 reverse here, his feelings is like he doesn't want to jump too soon into something, but he is really starting to look at things like how would this relationship thing work for his life. Okay, he's starting to process that. Now, his intentions is a 10 of Pentacles to build something stable. Okay, he looks at things as practical. He looks at things as you can't put the cart before the horse. Okay, so even though you guys are still like in this friend energy, he's not doing it because he doesn't want you to be his lady. He's doing it right now because he wants to make sure that it's right, that it's secure. He doesn't want to pour anything else into a connection that's not going to make it. It's not going to last. So right now he's testing the durability of it, just like you probably are. Okay, Page of Cups is reversed out here. So he's really not trying to offer you a page anymore. He does want things to develop, but he wants them to develop in an authentic way. So that's why, and honestly, Aquariuses are like that. They do like to be friends before lovers. That's just how they are. They're not like a Pisces, where a Pisces can just fall into the clouds and just be in love. They're not like that. They are very analytical people. So sometimes they will test connections through friendship first. Through friendship first, they will test the connection. And if that friendship passed the test, then they can be like, okay, maybe this person could be my person, you know? But that's just, it's an Aquarius thing. Yeah. And I see that time, and I see you guys starting over. It's like, you know, like letting the bad blood dry out. Okay, starting something fresh. Okay. We can date and get to know each other, right? So maybe not, let's say this. Maybe you guys can just not slap a title on this, right? Just let it be authentic. Let it grow. I'm open to seeing this connection grow. That's something better to say versus like, oh, I just want to be friends, but I know I'm reserving it for something more later. Like, no, I'm open to seeing this relationship grow. That's what I would say. Okay. But that's what I got for you too. Alrighty. Yeah. 1 second, you all. Shevish, please monitor the chat. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, everybody. Thank you guys for waiting. So yeah, that's just kind of what I'm seeing as far as like the connection with you and him. But I mean, I actually like it. I like how you guys are coming back around and you guys are showing like, okay, I'm willing to put the sword down a little bit just to kind of let this kind of evolve and not stay in this gray area. Okay, go ahead. Thank you all for the likes too. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. What do Viano truly think and feel? Okay, hold on. What did Viano truly think and feel when I told him about me reconnecting with Jordan? All right, so what did Viano truly think and feel when Shevish told Viano that she was talking to Jordan? What did he truly think and feel? Jacob, get down. Yeah, get down. Ooh, okay, so we got the justice here. Okay, so the justice card is always talking about balancing the scales. Okay, it's like, yeah, he knew that was possible. He knew it was a possibility that you were talking to someone else because he wasn't giving you much to work with. However, with the Hierophant here, the Hierophant is clarified by judgment. He just kind of had this mindset that women, it's like men can do it, but women shouldn't. Like it's an outdated way of thinking. So he did kind of judge you for that. And even if he's like outrightly saying that, men have some type of subconscious mind to where they feel like women should be like only dealing with one man at a time. They feel like women should only do that. Men can play around, men can do that, but women can't. So it's like, again, this judgment energy from him. He was judging you low key. Okay. Ten of Wands is here. Okay. And I feel like the Ten of Wands could just talk about just kind of like the weight of the connection. Like once he saw that like you were gonna be the type to throw in extra energy like that, like he just was like, oh no, like that's too much. That's too much for me to deal with. I'm not gonna deal with that. Well, because he said he wasn't taking the other girl seriously, and he know me. I date for seriousness, so he didn't like that he had a competition. Basically, he felt like it was just it was just like overload at that point. He was just ready to be done with the connection when you said that, because like I said, like subconsciously, he has a traditional view on how he wants his woman to be, and it's just like when he seen that you were willing to like kind of talk to other guys, like it just did something to him, you know. And maybe it was an ego thing, maybe it was a pride thing, you know. All right, so yeah, he felt like Five of Pentacles energy, like he felt like that shit. If you ain't trying to check for him and you ain't taking it seriously either, then he's like, fine, I'll just leave this out in the cold. It's crazy how he felt like you weren't taking y'all connection seriously because you started talking about Jordan. But that's how he felt. He felt like you weren't taking it seriously either. So why am I even bothering to try to invest in this girl? So, but it did hurt his feelings. Six of Wands reverse. You said he knows of him, right? It hit different when you know someone or of someone. So you definitely knocked him off his little high horse that he was on. And the Temperance reverse, it created the imbalance for sure. Even emotionally for him. But maybe you gave him a dose of what he needed. I mean, sometimes unfortunately, because of the society we have, it kind of allows men to have instant gratification, but women, we can't have instant gratification. We have to wait on someone to pander to us. Like, I don't know, like it's just different times now. So he needs to get past that outdated way of thinking, because that's going to be a detriment to him if he can't get past that. Maybe it's just an upbringing, though. He does have a different religious background than you do. Yeah. It's definitely a mindset thing. And I mean, he's not going to probably admit that to you, but it is. It's a mindset thing. And like I said, he's from a different culture. So like maybe that is a thing. Maybe in other cultures, like women don't seek other men once they have a man that's interested in them. Like, I don't know. But it's just coming off like how he was brought up. Yeah. But you definitely challenged him. Hurt his ego for sure. Even in Christian families, they do not believe in promiscuous women, honey. Like they are highly against women being promiscuous. So again, it's a notion. It's not to say it's right or that it's fair, but in a lot of religious households, it is that the woman is to be put up, like not out here talking to different men. Hi, JD. He thinks it's not normal to be committed to someone who you're not exclusive with. See, that's what I'm saying. How you doing, JD? How's life? How's everything going? All right, Shevish, go ahead and push the next question. And thank you all for the likes. I greatly appreciate it, as always. And does anybody else have questions for me? Okay, cool. Oh no, I came across this girl who tried to tell me I'm miserable because I was putting all my eggs in one basket and I'm supposed to talk to whoever I want until someone steps up. Like, bro, what? No one has the energy for that. Right, exactly. So it's like, different strokes for different folks. Some women can manage that. Some women can manage talking to different men, da 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 da. Da. And some women just want that one guy that they want to focus on. There's nothing wrong with it. Two things can be true at the same time. But when it comes to men, though, the double standard is still like a problem because it's like if you're going to be talking to other girls, I should be able to talk to other guys without the judgment. That's the problem. It's the judgment there. But yeah. But for the women, every woman has her preference. Okay. JD, you will be after Shevish, okay? Thank you for liking the live. Right, exactly. When you guys start, yeah. So yeah. I think it's just like I said, some conditioning there. That's all. But I don't know. I think that like he needed a taste of what it felt like. And you did just that. But because he was thinking they're not serious, he thought they didn't matter. And it was that right, exactly. But exactly. He just didn't like that he got a taste of his own medicine. That's really what it boils down to. It hurt his little ego, hurt his feelings, especially like I said, if he knew of Jordan. I don't know if he told me that or not, but if he knew of Jordan, then yeah, that really stung. That really stung. you know? But it's just like that situation with not to like bring celebrities into it, but I am. It's just like that situation with Chris Brown and how he got mad at his kid's mom for talking to somebody that it was I guess he knew of. It's like, dude, you got like 3 baby mamas and one on the way. Like what? But you know what I'm saying? It's like it's the double standard. Oh. Okay. From you. Oh, okay. But yeah, it's just like I said, it's just the subconscious stuff going on. Thank you all so much for the likes. Ooh, you guys are making me so happy. Thank you so much. What will Viano think and feel of me during your meeting tomorrow? Okay, so what will Viano think and feel of Shevish when they have their meeting tomorrow? What will he think? What will he think? And what will he feel? Let's look at thoughts. Ooh, okay. All right, and then let's look at the feelings. Personally, okay. All right, so his thoughts is the Ace of Pentacles. Like, he like how you come in, okay? Like, Ace of Pentacles is someone that, like, they're well put together. This is the person that, like, you could tell that you need to respect them, okay? Like, he just likes your approach. He likes, even when you guys are talking, how he notices the subtle changes in you. Like, you're a little bit more open to understand him. Like, you're a little bit more composed energetically. And if you want to talk about appearance, just in case, he's gonna look at you as well put together. You look nice, your hair is nice, just everything looks good, okay? 4 of Pentacles is here, and he could tell that you're like, again, you're not as like ready to like roar at him, like even if he says something you don't agree with, you might like kind of make a look, but you're not gonna say anything. You're gonna give him the space to really like express himself. As long as he does that for you, 4 of Pentacles is like holding things close to your chest. So it's like you may have some things that you want to say, but you're trying to like have a time and a place for all that, right? So he could tell you're gonna be a little bit more reserved, but not in a negative way. More so just like allowing things to just, flow tomorrow. And he can really appreciate that. Okay, so his feelings is the Magician. And he's got somewhere that he's been wanting to show you too. So I don't know if this is gonna be his opportunity to like give you that experience, but it looks like he has somewhere he wants to really take you. Maybe it was somewhere he wanted to take you before, where he couldn't because maybe you guys just weren't talking. But he wants to do something really nice for your birthday. He has an idea of where he wants to go, or he may even just give you the floor to say what you want to do. But I am seeing you guys go somewhere maybe that's new, or like you haven't been before, he hasn't been before. Okay, but his feelings is to just allow this energy to flow too. He's not coming into it with any too much seriousness. He's just enjoying the time he has with you. And the 9 of Pentacles is here. I mean, essentially, again, this is like someone that wants to give you what you deserve. So he felt like you didn't really do anything for your birthday. So I want to just give you something to like look back on. You know, like, let me take you out. Let me maybe buy you something nice. It's like, I just want to make you feel like you're seen. Like, you know? No, Jakey. Yeah, he told me to let him know where, but I'm gonna see if he has some things in mind. I feel like he does have some things in mind, but he just wants to make sure that you enjoy yourself because it's about you. So I just see him like, if you really don't know where you want to go or you don't have an idea, I see him just kind of working with you on that. 1 second, you guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that brief interruption. So Shevish, that's just kind of what I'm seeing for him. Did I answer all your questions? If so, then I'm gonna move to JD. You're welcome. So JD is next whenever she's ready. Thank you for keeping the list going, Shevish. I appreciate you. There has been a lot of deception and sabotage towards me at work. Honestly, I'm fed up at this point. What is happening to me? Okay, so you've had some deception going on and some sabotage. Okay. So you want me to look and see what's going on? Okay, so what is going on? Why has there been deception and lies when it comes to JD at work? Like, why is it happening, Spirit? What is Spirit trying to show her? What is it? Ten of Cups, Six of Wands reversed. That's the job. And the Ten of Swords, which is the betrayal. Clarify the Ten of Cups. Three of Wands. Because it almost seems like the Spirit is trying to show you that like your happiness or your true fulfillment is going to be somewhere else. Like, I don't know. They feel like that you may have gotten the job, but you got the job to kind of like stay comfortable. Okay. But Spirit is saying like you need to reach for something higher because you know that you're capable to do more. So I don't know if this was a comfortability thing or if this is just your scope of work, but it's like Spirit is saying that there's something better out there. There's a better opportunity for you. I don't know if you kind of like gave up on looking for other jobs because you're just like, oh, it's bad, but it's not bad enough. But Spirit is saying like that's what keeps you complacent. That's what keeps you stuck. So with the Six of Wands reverse, that's talking about lack of recognition, lack of people seeing your true value. You have the Ten of Swords, which talks about the betrayal. It's making you uncomfortable so that you can get comfortable. So again, it's like Spirit is saying, do not get complacent because you did that with your last job. And so they're telling you, don't get complacent. There is something out there better for you on the horizon, but you have to desire that. Okay. Tell me more. Yeah, we have the Magician. And right now is the time to do the research. You follow your intuition too, because I feel like you're going to land on something. Maybe you are looking for jobs now because you're like, oh no, enough is enough. But it's like Spirit is saying, trust your intuition that you're leading, that's leading you where you're supposed to go. Because I do see you getting a new, certain like different type of employment. I do see you getting a different type of employment. Ace of Swords. Okay. Clarify the Ace of Swords because there's going to be something you're going to see online unless you've already applied. Seven of Pentacles, you might come across something, an opportunity in July. That's why Spirit is saying right now, trust your intuition. Your intuition has been tugging at you that you're out of alignment with this job. But I get it. Like it pays the bills and you're just trying to stay somewhere that's predictable. But in July or coming into July, I feel like you're going to see or hear of an opportunity. And I see Spirit saying, take that chance, like go towards that. Because that's where you're going to get fulfillment. But that's why you're having so much friction right now with your current employment because it's not meant for you to stay small or stay safe. Spirit wants you to step out of your comfort zone, okay? So I think in July, that's going to be the month where you come across something work-wise. But I have been working and none of the places are good because... Hi, everybody. Thank you guys for liking the live. Welcome in. Like I said, I see an opportunity coming across in July. Toxic people everywhere. Right. There's going to always be jobs where you don't necessarily get along with all of the people there or the people there have their ways. However, there is opportunity for you to work somewhere where you can be happy. It may not be perfect, but you can be happy. You don't have to worry about people being weird like this. That's why you're having so much friction. Because like I said, Spirit is telling you, do not settle. Don't settle. And don't even talk yourself into believing that every job that you get, you deserve toxicity. Because you're... And I tell people this a lot, even to myself, your thoughts will manifest. Your thoughts will create your reality. So when you're already thinking in your head, like, oh, everywhere I go, it's going to be toxic people. Guess what? Now you're going to go to another job and there's going to be toxic people. So you have to speak to your circumstances, speak at your circumstances and say, no, I'm not accepting this. Because Spirit is asking you, what are you willing to accept to get $1? What are you willing to accept to make whatever amount you make a month or hourly? Spirit is asking you self-worth. What do you feel like your time, your energy is worth right now? And that's why Spirit is saying stop settling and stop believing that you deserve or that you are going to be around toxic people or workplaces, because it's not always like that. So Spirit wants you to work on the way you look at and view your career, like right now. Hey, Danny, how are you? Will there be better pay coming in with this new opportunity that JD is going to come across in July? Will there be better pay? And maybe those patterns are there for you to notice that. Maybe those patterns are there for you to notice that, so that you can say, no, I'm not giving this job any more of my energy. I am going to go somewhere else because I deserve better quality of work. I deserve to be around a better environment. So the Two of Pentacles is here and the Empress. So I definitely do see when it comes to like your amount of money that you're making, if you have been feeling like there is maybe some imbalances with what you're bringing in, it looks like that this money that you're going to be making is more of like what you wanted. And then you have the Empress here, which is growth. Okay, so you could be making a little bit more, maybe $2 more than what you're making right now. Okay, but with the Ace of Cups, you're going to feel fulfilled. This is going to be like a job that you've been waiting for. Okay, with the Ace of Cups. All right. How are you doing today, Danny? Thank you all for liking the live as well. I appreciate it. Go ahead, Shavish. Sure. How's your day going, Danny? How you feeling, girl? My day actually has been a little chill, you guys. I mean, besides my allergies, like the allergies are bad. I don't know if it's a pollen allergy or what, y'all, but it has been tearing me up, turning me every which way but loose. I went to the doctor yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. I thought I had the COVID, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I feel so bad. She's like, well, what are your symptoms? I'm like, oh, I got an itchy throat. My ears are hurting. Like they're itchy. My throat hurts. She's like, okay. So then she looks at my ears. She's like, your ears look fine. And then she's like, well, let me look in your mouth. So she looked at my throat. She's like, okay, that looks okay too. And then she looks at my nose. She's like, girl, you got allergies. I was like, what? I got allergies. I've never had to deal with that before. What else should I know or advice about the job until I switch? Okay, so JD, this is that another question that you would like to send for? I want to ask my guys, why have I been having a hard time connecting with your hearts? Okay, I got you. And you ever thinking it? Okay. Okay, sure, I got you. All right. So this is for JD. JD wants to know, what else should she know or any advice about this job until she switches? How should she handle this job right now? Like, what should she do, Spirit? JD, how should she handle this? Okay. All right. So the Two of Wands is how to deal with this, how to deal with this job, right? The Two of Wands can signify, showing up to work, doing your assigned tasks, and, getting through your 8-hour shift. So it's like, at the end of the day, don't get involved in any of the he say, she say stuff. Even if stuff is getting back to you, Spirit is saying, do not respond, do not react. Okay, because that's what they're looking for. They want a reaction out of you. But Spirit is saying with the Death card here, things are going to be closing out pretty soon when it comes to you having to deal with this. But they're just saying for now, like, show up and do the best that you can. Honestly, it's hard. They know it's hard, but don't get drawn into the trap that they're trying to set for you. Okay, because they're trying to get you to start some drama. They're trying to get you to kind of partake in drama. Okay. But Spirit is saying, you know, they always say, don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. So it's like, you know what you're going to be doing. You know that in the meantime, you're going to be looking for a new job. But Spirit is saying, don't take the bait. Because they're looking for an emotional response. That's why they're trying to come towards you and tell you, oh, such said this, or, you know, whatever, or try to do weird stuff behind your back. But Spirit is saying, like, also with the Knight of Cups here and the Emperor here, Spirit is just basically saying that these people who are trying to, like, mess with you, it's because they see your potential. There's somebody who's really intimidated by you. It feels like you do their job. It feels like you do your job better than them. Or it's like, yeah, intimidation. I don't know who this person is, but they're very immature or could be younger than you. This person is the source to some of that drama. Because they see your management capabilities or they see how you compose yourself. And this person is downright envious of that. But Spirit is saying, don't give them what they're looking for. Page of Swords reverse. Keep conversations light and short. That's it. Don't get drawn into it. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they're saying, oh, how was your day? Oh, it was great. Thank you. And just keep it moving. You know, like, keep it short. Because I do sense, again, there's someone in particular that is really very envious of you at this job. And they may have like little circus monkeys or whatever. You know how that goes. However, Spirit is saying, go to work, do the best that you can, and do not fall for the emotional trap that they're trying to set for you. Okay? You can also possibly do some spiritual cleanses or protection work on yourself if you are open to that. If you are open to that. One thing that I've always been told is to keep some type of stone or some type of jewelry on you that has a protection stone. So you may want to look into that. You're in Aries, right? Let me see something. I want to see what crystal is good for Aries for protection. Spiritual attacks. Black obsidian, amethyst, labradorite, or tiger's eye. Do you have any of those, JD? Black obsidian, amethyst, labradorite, or tiger's eye? Because these are great crystals to use against negative energy, psychic attacks, and creating a protective shield around your aura. Which ones do you have? Because it's like you can wear those or you can put them in your pocket and watch how people leave you alone. You might be actually surprised how much they leave you alone. You have dragon blood and vivine. Okay. So yeah, if you have some like things that you can use for protection, I would highly suggest that, because that's going to kind of ward off that energy that's trying to attack you and, stick to you. Because I can guarantee you when you get home, you're probably drained from them just messing with you all day when you're at work. But yeah, like you just got to kind of get a little bit energetically smarter than the people around you. They don't know that you know this stuff, right? So I just see like basically protection work and to keep conversations light. Don't let them drag you into the drama, because that's obviously what they're trying to do. They're trying to throw you off your stoop, That's what I'm getting, okay? All right. Shevish, you want to know like why you're not able to connect with your tarot cards. All right. Why is Shevish having a harder time connecting with her tarot cards? You have stone? Good. Use them. I would kind of like maybe charge them first and then set your intentions for them before you put them in your pocket for work. You're welcome. Thank you for your donations as well. All right, so why is Shevish having a hard time connecting to her tarot card spirit? Why is she having a hard time? charge them? It's a couple different ways you can charge them. You can charge them with, like, let me see, because I know you can charge them in the moonlight. You can, let me see, hold on. How can I charge the crystals? Okay, let's see. You can place them. Okay, so a way to charge them is that you can place them under the light of a full moon overnight, or you can infuse them with pure power energy. You can put them in sunlight, the moon, full moon. You can bury them in earth, which is out. You can bury them in the ground, or you can put a quartz next to them, like a crystal of selenite or a charging plate. Or you can use sound therapy, like a singing bowl, or play chanting music near them for 10 minutes. So it's different ways to charge them, to like activate them. And like I looked all this up on Google, so you can do that too. But there's different ways. Okay. All right. So why can't Shevish connect to her tarot cards? What's going on? All right. So you have the Two of Cups here with the Justice card here. Okay. So the Two of Cups is coming out sideways, and the Two of Cups can talk about like basically like you could kind of second guess the energy. Like even if you see it like clear, you might kind of be like, no, that doesn't seem right, and you might overly pull on your own energy. That's why sometimes reading for yourself doesn't work, especially if you're going at it like aggressively, because sometimes we're meant to like not only use our intuition, but sometimes we need to kind of like allow like things to just play out. So it's like the Two of Cups sideways just says, yeah, you can use your cards, but Spirit may feel like you're pulling on yourself way too much. Okay. Justice card is here. And I know, like, obviously the situation at hand, but it's like Spirit is saying, like, it will work out for you. We keep telling you that. Like, we are showing you that all the time. It will work out for you. So that's why Spirit is just saying, trust your intuition. The Wheel of Fortune is here. It's going to work out. So that's why they're kind of giving you kind of like a mixed signal energy, or like you can't really pick it up correctly. It's because Spirit's saying take a break. Take a break from doing cards on yourself. Okay. Knight of Wands is here as well. So and sometimes you might even feel like impulsive when you're doing your cards, like impulsiveness or like anxiousness or something like that. So it's kind of reflecting in your readings. That might be why sometimes readers don't always pick up themselves correctly, because we don't necessarily always know how to gauge our energy when we're doing cards. We're just looking at it as, oh my God, like this is what was on my mind, and then it plays out in the reading. So it's just like I said, Spirit's just saying take a break from doing it, and charge your cards again if you need to cleanse the energy off of them. But that's pretty much what's going on with your readings. Okay. You're welcome, JD. Hi, Danny. How are you, love? All right, you guys, I'm on live for about, let me see, 10 more minutes. Does anyone else have questions? Anyone else? Mm-mm. Thank you all for your donations and likings and subscribing. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, just go back up a little bit. Does anyone else have questions? Took my feelings and just threw them out the window. But like it's too hard to fall in love again. No, I'm so Yeah, that's true. LOL. Yeah. Yeah, it's girl. Look, it has happened to me too, girl. Like I've had times where I will do overload on the readings, and Spirit would just throw me a loop just to confuse me, to kind of be like, "Didn't we tell you to trust the process?" Like, and it's frustrating more because it's like, well, what does this mean now? Y'all showing me this. It's not literally. It's just Spirit just kind of like poking at you because they're like, "Look, we already told you to trust it. You believe us or not, and if you don't believe us, cool. But we're gonna keep throwing you for a loophole." So it happens. To the best of us, girl. I promise you that. I've been asked if they hate me. Why would you ask? Your card said, "What is wrong with you?" Tell about I got a yes. They don't hate you. They probably just hated that you kept asking the question. They're like, "We already told you it's gonna work out." They don't like repeating themselves, girl. And I think honestly, you got some male spiritual guides. Like they came out, and I was like, okay. But yeah, you have 2 male energies that are spirit guides of yours, and they run a strict program. Hey, blessed one. Yes, you can be added. Welcome to the chat. So I just wanted to share that with you. I don't know if you've always felt like you may have had like a couple male spirit guides, but you have 2. But yes, blessed one, just make sure you like the live and subscribe. And if you are new, you get a 1 free yes or no question. Okay. I'm gonna say it again because I was thinking about asking if you could pick up on my spirit guides and who's around me when I move. I want to try to identify them so I could personalize the altar. I want to give them the altar at least for their help, honestly. That's so sweet. Yeah, I can. I'm gonna have to use my other cards for that though, but I got you. That's fine. Can I ask, is someone doing something for me to heal my finances? Oh, okay. So you want to know if someone's sending like blockages for you, like a evil eye type energy? Ooh, okay. Let's see. Thank you. All right. So this is for blessed one. Is someone sending an evil eye energy towards their finances for blessed one? Is someone sending an evil eye towards their finances or prosperity? I mean, there is someone that's secretly wishing hardship on you. Yes. I don't know who this is, but yes, there is someone in your energy that is showing up very strongly that they want you to go through something. I don't know if it's an ex-fiance, ex-husband, or someone close to you like that, but yes. All right. Thank you, Shevish. Yeah, I'm not sure who this is, but Ten of Wands is a yes. You're welcome. I would tell you to possibly ward your name. Do you have a TikTok, blessed one? Because there's a whole bunch of ways to do it on TikTok where you can put a protection around your name. So that way anybody speak negatively on you or yours, that basically you continue to be blessed. It manifests over like tenfold more. So it's like anybody in your energy just like wishing bad on you, they're going to just get to witness you blow up even more. Okay? All right. Shevish, you ready for your channeling, love? Hey everybody, thank you so much for liking the live. I greatly appreciate it. Hey Feria, did end cause an ending for me with G? Ooh, that's a great question. Okay, so I got you after Shevish, Feria, and also make sure that you subscribe. And if you are a new subscriber, then I will put you on a list for a free yes or no question, okay? Thank you. You're welcome, blessed one. Thank you so much, Shevish. All right, so Shevish, you want to know basically who are your spirit guides? Okay. So Shevish, I see, like I said, I felt masculine energy, but I am seeing like masculine energy around you. Now, this is someone from a different like generation. This is not like anyone that's close to you, like as far as like you knew them when you were a child or anything like that. This is someone from a different generation. So this could be a great great grandparent or a great great uncle. There's a masculine energy, and they really are upset with the way that your dad treats you. So this has to be on your dad's side that they're coming from. And honestly, that might be why your dad is acting like how he acts erratic with you, because he's going up against a masculine spirit. So he may know who they are, but he doesn't know that this person is protecting you. So if it was like for him, let's say if it's a great uncle for you, then it would have been his uncle. But it's someone on your dad's side. That's what I'm picking up on. But they do not like how he treated you or how he's treating you. So again, sometimes when he is talking to you, he's having like a spiritual experience with who's around you. Okay. Now, there is also an angelic energy around you as well. So you may have been working with the angels or something, or a deity possibly, but there's an angelic force around you as well. And it's very strong energy coming in from this person or this deity or this embodiment. Um, but they have been with you since you were a very young child. Did you used to see like, I'm not gonna necessarily say like illuminated beings when you were younger, like almost angelic energies, or did you have those experiences? I know sometimes children can have them. You haven't been working with deities or angels, the deities, okay? So this may just be a energy that has been assigned to you for your soul growth, because I am seeing them come in very strongly. Okay. Like I said, they could have been assigned to you when you came into this realm to help you navigate and get through these rigid waters of life. But they are coming off as coming in even stronger right now, because you're getting ready to go onto a huge spiritual journey outside of what you already know. It's like you're embarking on something that is going to push you into the alignment of who you really are. You're currently breaking out of a old, outdated version of Shevish, okay? And you're stepping into something more divine. But honestly, it makes sense because we are dealing with a lot of spiritual warfare right now. So it makes sense that these angelic beings or these illuminated beings are coming in to help. They're a lot stronger than maybe, the traditional type of energies that we may use in the past. Like these are stronger beings, but it's because the energy is stronger. It's a lot more darkness. Okay. And maybe this is something that everyone has right now that is a light worker or a light seed, is to push you into your actual spiritual path. Okay. Hey, Black Widow Row. Right now, the last time you picked up a woman and a male, is this the wanted? Is the a wanted spirit still around me? Now, the feminine spirit could be the angelic energy I'm picking up, because like I said, this is an illuminated being. But again, when it comes to the energy, there is a lot of divine feminine or matriarch energy encapsulating the world right now. That's why we have such a really harsh fight going on with like the government and stuff like that, because they're operating out of an old way of the world. But we're now shifting into this matriarchy energy. So this is what it feels like. It's like that feminine energy I was picking up on. It could just be because of what's happening in the world right now. Okay. So yes, there's a feminine energy around you, but I do feel a male very strongly, very, very strongly. They even came out when I was asking about your cards, when I was trying to pull in your energy. Okay. Now the male's energy, like I said, feels like a relative. This is someone that probably knows your father, but they really honestly just want, if you want to make them an altar, you can do a glass of water. They're kind of funny because they are a little thirsty. Okay, this spirit or this energy around you is saying they're thirsty. They need water. We have to make sure that we're giving water. Okay, because they keep saying they're thirsty. Um, so you can do a glass of water. They're kind of showing too, like if you want to do like anything like more of a tangible energy, they say you can do a couple coins or like some money. Like a couple, they're showing me like a coin or some type of money. But they're really just simple. They don't want a lot. They don't need a lot. So they're saying like water, maybe like a couple coins to put next to your water. And I'm seeing for some reason like they really like copper pennies. So I don't know what that's about, but maybe you want to look that up spiritually, what copper pennies represent. But they're showing me copper pennies. So do you have pennies? So you do pennies and water for them. Okay. But that's all they're really giving me. They're not giving me a whole lot that they will want. They're not wanting something super elaborate. It's like it's just very straightforward. Okay. That's another reason why they're male energy, because they're coming off very, very simple. But again, the feminine energy is the divine feminine energy. It's the matriarch energy that's encapsulating all of this light seeds and light workers. That's the divine protection that's being set on the earth. So that's why everybody is feeling that feminine energy right now too, very strongly. So yeah, I'm so curious myself as to what the spiritual meaning is of copper pennies. This is very interesting. Black Widow, hi. Okay, so it's funny because it makes this for a male, because I asked, can I decorate the altar pink a while ago, and I gotta know. Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is a very simple energy. Like, I'm not saying they're simple, but they like it straightforward. They don't need all that, okay? And they don't want no pink. Yeah. Now, I mean, if you want to pour a little liquor, you can. I mean, it's just nice, but they don't require it. That's why they're just saying water. And maybe water would keep you kind of out of basically getting into it with your dad. So maybe that's why they're keeping it so low key, because they don't want to stir the drama with your dad. Oh, you taking stuff out of my house, whatever. Like a glass of water and a couple pennies. That's all they want. You funny talking about some extra gifts. I'm gonna look up the spiritual meaning behind pennies. Hold on. Yeah, this is an ancestor. Oh, okay. So, Shevish, it says leaving pennies as an offering for ancestors symbolizes respect, remembrance, and reciprocity. So, I think that yes, see, that's why I said they know you, because, or they know their family from a different generation, because it says the copper acts as a spiritual bridge to the past, while the pennies folklore represents a payment for safe passage, a request for divine protection, or pennies from heaven, blessing from your lineage. That makes sense. That's why I was seeing pennies and water. Water could be used as a form of message. It's a way to hold energy or to hold a message. Wow, that's pretty cool. I never knew that. So you learn something new every day. But yes, that's what I got for you, love. Okay, Black Widow Road. Thank you so much for your donation. You can go ahead and post your question. And then I do have. Let me scroll up here. So, Feria, are you still with us? Zion, you mind going and peeking at your sister? Let me know if she's up. I feel like I hear her, but I don't know. I'll be getting them phantom cries. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, Shevish. All right. Feria, are you with us, love? And thank you for your donation, Shevish. I appreciate it. It's Feria here. Going once, going twice. If not, I'm going to go ahead and go to the next person, which is Black Widow Row. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the chat. Thank you guys for liking the live. I appreciate it. If you are a new subscriber, you do get one for yes or no questions. So please make sure that you're letting us know that you are a new subscriber. And make sure you like the live before you drop your question. I sent in for one question. Thank you, Black Widow Row. You can go ahead and post when you're ready. Feria, are you here for your yes or no question? If not, I'm going to move to Black Widow Row. Thank you all for the likes as well. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Feria, what is your question, love? What'd you say? Okay. You close the door back? Just close it back so that she doesn't stir. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Shavish. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for all the likes as well. All right. What's your question, Feria? I'm waiting on you, love. Thank you so much for the stars. I appreciate it. Hey, it's Virgo. How are you? Thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate it. That's okay, Feria. That's all right. As Virgo, you will be after Black Widow Row, okay? So hang tight. And I'm sure Shavish will put the list up here in just a moment. Did N cause an ending for me with G? That's a good question. Let's see. All right, so this is for Feria. Feria wants to know, did N cause an ending for them with G? Did N, ooh, the cards flew out right away. Ooh, yeah, you guys, okay, yeah. Two of Pentacles is reversed here. So that can talk about imbalance or someone coming in to disrupt the connection. So yes, they did cause an ending with G. Okay. All right, Black Widow Row, go ahead and post when you're ready, love. You're welcome, Feria. Thank you guys for liking the live. Make sure you're liking the live as you come into the chat. Hi, Kristlyn, how are you? Yes, just make sure you subscribe and like the live, and then we'll put you to the list, okay? There is a list ahead. Shavish, are you able to add as Virgo as well? She's after Black Widow Row, please. Thank you. It's okay. All right, just waiting to see if Black Widow Row is ready to post her question. Hi, everyone. Make sure you guys are liking the live. Please and thank you. Like and subscribe. As Virgo, you can also go ahead and post your question in the chat, your questions in the chat. You wanted to ask how with Taurus Philip, you reached out. You had to end things due to some things that happened, but he's been on your mind and you haven't decided if you would. Okay, cool. Oh, never mind then. What were you saying, Shevish? So I'm not saying Black Widow Row in here, so I'm going to go ahead and come back to her. All right. It's been a while since we spoke, okay? Chrislyn, what is your yes or no question, love? Chrislyn. Oh, I'm not sure if Chrislyn is still here with us. Looks like she took her question out the chat. Okay. All right, posting. All right, Black Widow, thank you. Oh, for the new sub. Okay. Gotcha. They removed their question. Okay. Message from ancestors and spirit guides. Okay, let's get it. All right, so we're going to use the Psychic Tarot deck for that. One second. I got you, Shevish. I know what you meant now. All right, so let's get the Psychic Tarot deck out for Black Widow. She wants some messages from spirit. All right. So give me some messages for Black Widow from her ancestors and spirit guides. All right, as Virgo, you'll be after Black Widow. I got you. Messages for Black Widow from our ancestors and her spirit guides. All right, so the first card that we have here is obstacles and challenges, which, has the number 5 on there. So May could have been a month that was causing for you to be very flexible with the energy that was coming your way. You may have felt like, spirit, all right, now you guys keep throwing me these challenges. I'm getting through them, but when am I going to get a break? Okay, with the with the number 5 on there, which could signify the 5 of Wands. Okay, but it's seeming like you're going to have some victories and successes as we get into the month of June, which has the number 6 on the top of the card. So it's in chronological order, just for you to see that spirit is going to start to lift that weight up off of your shoulders, so that you don't have to feel like your back is up against the wall and you're constantly having to climb the mountain. So I do see in the month of June, you start to feel more validated and seen and heard by spirit. Things are going to start making sense for you. And I do see opportunities coming your way to where you could feel like you could finally breathe. Okay. Because I ain't gonna lie, spirit was creating a lot of trust issues with a lot of us in the month of May. I don't know what was conjunct what, but it definitely felt like a battle of the planets, and it was literally wiping us out. Okay. Like, it was crazy. So the month of June lightens the load. There's a lot more victory and success to be had in that month. Okay, and prosperity begins. So it looks like that you will be having some type of improvement in your finances, that something is going to be growing financially. Okay, for you, whether this be a new opportunity, something picks up when it comes to your personal business. But I just see you being able to make more income, more finances, or money becomes more steady as we go into the month of June. All right, to where you can kind of like feel like there is opportunity, tied into this new influx of income. Anything else spiritually? Yeah, you don't work every day. Yeah, because man, May was rough, man. May was rough. I'm kind of happy to see May go, not gonna lie. Okay, so anything else spiritually? Spirit guides, ancestors for Black Widow Row. All right. Ooh, I like this 4. So the foundation and achievements is coming in. And right now you literally are at the building stage of like this new life that you want for yourself. That is why a lot of things had to come to pass, or there's an illusion that things are falling away from you. But this is how I was told a long time ago. When you feel like all these things in your life are falling apart, is because you have elevated, you have ascended. So those things at that particular level can no longer resonate in your new reality. You have been manifesting a new reality for yourself. So therefore, things had to fall away. Things had to have a tower moment, even friendships, lovers, situations, whatever it was. These things had to fall apart so that you could come into new alignment. So as things are falling apart, something new is building. Something new is building with the 4. And this can represent the 4 of Wands in traditional tarot, which talks about a new doorway, a new opportunity, or home. Okay, you're going to finally start feeling like you're at home energetically. Like, yes, this is exactly what I've always wanted for myself. Okay. And we have the light card, which is a card of Aquarius. It's the star. So spirit is saying to you, like, you're going to see your greatest potential in this particular sector of your life. This is where you're going to see why everything had to happen that happened to you in your life. This is now. This is why. Okay? Because you have reached an area of completion. Now, we do have Pluto in Aquarius. Okay? So this is a time where people are going to be going through rebirth. Okay? Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius. People are going through rebirth so that we can come out ascended. Okay? So this is going to be where you are going to be living at your highest potential. Okay, that's why it has been such a long, strenuous process. But Spirit's saying with the waiting game card, this is the Wheel of Fortune. Things are going to play out for you so beautifully. Just hang in there. Don't give up, okay? So those are your spiritual messages. Yes, I know it's so hard to trust the process because honestly, we are humans or spiritual beings living a human experience, and the human mind wants to see results right now. But we always have that inner voice in us saying it's going to make sense later. We always hear that voice that's saying, trust the process. And it's easier said than done, right? But honestly, in your cards, it is telling you to trust the process. I know it's so annoying, right? But it's going to pay off. It's going to make sense. When you look back on this year and your next year, you're going to be like, oh my God, like, I am so glad I trusted the process. I'm so glad I let go of those toxic friendships. Like, you're going to get to see everything hindsight 50-50, why it had to be this way. Okay? So that's what I got for you. The spiritual messages, okay? Okay, Jacob. All right. That's Virgo. Let's go ahead and go to your questions. All right, you guys, I will be closing this live out in 10 minutes. Does anyone else have questions for me? I will be closing this live out in 10 minutes. All right, so S Virgo wants to know, how would be the Taurus feel if she reached out? How would be the Taurus feel if S Virgo reached out? Whoa. Card just like literally flew up in the air. Okay, he's got some strong feelings. Let's see what it says. Honestly, he's been missing you too. He's been missing you too. Like, the energetic pull is very real on both sides with the Two of Pentacles. However, he just didn't want to just jump into the situation because he's very cautious. You know, Tauruses, they kind of are very slow to, move into any space where they don't feel immediate comfort. So this was kind of like something where he was hesitant to reach out to you because he just didn't know, like, what you were going to say, what your reaction was going to be. But he's like, okay, now that you've reached out, I see him just being like, okay, cool. Like, all right, I wasn't just tripping. Like, she felt the same way. All right. But we do have here the Four of Cups. And we have the Magician. Okay. Like, I kind of see basically with the Four of Cups, you both just kind of looking at the connection for what it was, and expressing that. I think he's going to understand that you have moved on, though. I don't see him being able to reconnect with you on that level, but I do see you being able to create a sense of closure. So you guys might just kind of reach out to each other to just kind of like for closure. That's it. Like, it's closure. Because like I said, I don't see you guys being able to partake in another connection with each other. It's kind of done. But it's just something where maybe you both needed it to move forward. Yeah, because you both are kind of in and out. Knight of Wands and Knight of Swords is your energy towards each other. So it's nothing that's going to stick. But if you were to reach out to him, he would be open to talk to you. But I just see you guys eventually going your own separate ways again. Like, it doesn't stick. Okay. But he'll feel like, open to your conversation. He won't be standoffish. Okay. All right, so let's look at your next question. OMG, so true. Everything has been falling apart, including my friendships. It is what it is, though. Yes, exactly. It is what it is, right? All right, so as Virgo wants to know, how will things move forward for M and the Aquarius? For me and the Aquarius, how will things move forward for M, the Aquarius, and as Virgo? How will things move forward for M, the Aquarius, and as Virgo? All right, let's see. I mean, honestly, it's a slow and steady pace. I see you both like kind of nurturing the connection with the Seven of Pentacles to the Star. I mean, you guys could honestly see this through. If you guys could come together and work out the kinks in the connection, like maybe the distance, the travel, because Aquarius energy is here. So maybe just working on the unconventional ways of the connection. Like, I feel like you guys could actually make this work with the Eight of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords is travel. So there is going to be a little bit of travel required, to really kind of bring this around. But I feel like if you guys really want it, you could have it. If y'all really want this to work, you could have it. And honestly, I see two like-minded people that genuinely want to, the connection to grow. Page of Pentacles is here. Yeah. So it's like you guys are taking a very practical approach here. Not trying to rush it, not trying to move it too fast. But the Page of Pentacles goes into the 3. And I like that because you go from being an individual to actually feeling like both people are working together to make this happen. I love that for y'all. He's different. Yeah. But I see you both invested. I see you both invested in the connection and like wanting to see where it goes. Okay. All right. Go ahead and post when you're ready. Thank you so much for your donation. Does anyone else have questions for me? You said maybe in your feelings that you need to get out of it. I mean, it's possible too that, like I said, we have a lot going on in the sky. We got a lot of, heavy, like malefic planets doing a lot of stuff. Okay. Mars, Saturn, Pluto, they're active right now, very active. And then you got Uranus and Gemini, which is a crazy combination. So don't be alarmed if you feel this jolt towards energy or certain situations. It's completely normal. How will he treat you in a relationship? How will MB Aquarius treat S Virgo in a relationship? Okay, let's see. And I see like you have this Eight of Swords too, and the Lovers. Okay, not gonna lie, this is probably something new for him too. Okay. With the Eight of Swords here, this is kind of like not really knowing what you're going to get out of the connection or not knowing what to expect. However, I honestly see it being a very tender connection. I mean, he's treating you very well with the respect. The passion is definitely there with the Lovers. And the Lovers is Venus energy. So he's attracted to very beautiful things as well. And he loves a beautiful energy. He loves a beautiful environment. So this is someone that's going to take care in that way. Like he's going to make sure you're comfortable, going to make sure you feel comfortable. And also with the Four of Pentacles here, he's, not to say that he's like the most elaborate type of guy. Like he's very frugal. He's very frugal, but however, he will make your time worth it. Okay. So this may not be a guy that's going to take you to a high-end fancy restaurant every night, but he may be a guy that has a practical approach. He may cook you something at home and put a movie on and you guys could chill. That's the kind of energy I'm getting from him, But he's not the type to be like, oh, let me go out and spend like, $500 on a night out. Like, why can't we take that same $500 and let's take a trip and, actually go somewhere where we can like really enjoy ourselves and we don't have to rush. So again, this is someone that's very practical with how he spends money. But overall, like I said, this is something new for him as well. But I see him open to it and he's embracing it with the Lovers here. Okay. And with the Tower to the Hierophant here, you both are really breaking down like your traditional views of how you view relationships, especially him. He's being challenged in this area with that Pluto and Aquarius. So he's going to be challenged in this energy with you, but it's not in a bad way. It's just to restore balance back to the emotional state. Okay, because maybe he kind of did close himself off from love for a very long time. So now that you guys are coming together, it's like he's getting an opportunity to explore this realm of love again. But Pluto is asking him, what are some traits that you feel no longer serve you? What are some old belief systems that no longer serve you when it comes to love? Right? So this is challenging him. Even with you guys being distant, this is challenging him. But it's helping him to grow. Okay? He's in your second house. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, he's very clean cut, classy dude. Yeah. Yeah. And I guess he likes that. He's got that Venus energy to him as well. So I don't see him treating you any less because he doesn't want to be treated any less. But again, he is very practical with how he spends his money. All right. So let's go to your next question. Or did I answer everything? I feel like did I answer? Nope. I think you have some more questions for me, right? All right, is there anyone else that has questions outside of S Virgo before this live is closed for the evening? Anybody else have questions? Okay. How will the intimacy be between he and I? Oh, I love that question, girl. Okay, so how will the intimacy be between S Virgo and Emily Aquarius? How will the intimacy be between them? You know, to be honest, with the sun card here, like this is going to be a very playful energy, a very lighthearted energy with you. You know, nothing too serious, nothing too like, you know, this is a person that's very open minded. And again, they like playful energy. So you guys might do like a lot of role playing. Like they might be into that. Okay. But very playful, innocent energy here, very cutesy. Okay. Like, just cutesy. As far as like how they are, they may be the type to kiss you, you know, on your hand or like kiss you on your cheek and make you blush, type stuff like that. Okay, with the Ten of Pentacles here, though, I feel like the intimacy is going to be built around some type of foundation. Like, so this is a person that does believe in traditional ways of intimacy. Okay, so they're not just in here for like a wham bam, thank you, ma'am type of energy. They actually want to build with you. So this is something long standing. They also have a stamina as well. Ten of Pentacles can represent stamina or someone that has the foundation to be able to correctly connect with you intimacy wise. So it's going to feel like a very grounding energy, very safe and loving energy. Okay. You also have here the Ten of Swords here. The Ten of Swords is clarified by the Five of Cups here as well. Okay. So when it comes to the intimacy, there may be times where, you know, he could kind of get in his head, you know, because it's been a while since he's done this. Okay. Connected emotionally. So sometimes you might feel like he's a little bit detached from time to time, but it's not on purpose. It's just that, you know, it's been a while for him being so invested and close. Okay. Um, but I do see him working out of that with a Six of Wands. Okay. And where he may, you know, kind of come off like that, you know, he may make up for it by like taking you out somewhere and just kind of like leveling the playing field so that you don't feel forgotten or feel like he is not interested in you. I see him catching himself when he starts to get like that because he knows how he is. And I don't know, maybe it's just kind of an Aquarius nature to be kind of aloof a little bit sometimes. They don't always emotionally connect right away. But I see him, like I said, catching himself every time. Like if he feels like he's been like that towards you, or like maybe you kind of, you know, say something, I see him be like, I'm so sorry, like I'm working through that. And I'm trying to like be better with that. And I see, like I said, him trying to make that up to you. Okay. And you have the Knight of Swords. So again, it's just somebody that you know, he's gonna pay attention. He's gonna see, like, you know, when it comes to your intimacy, like he's gonna see like what you're like, what you're into, and he's going to try to replicate that. And intimacy doesn't always mean like, you know, sexual relations. It could talk about even just like the overall just passion and the connection. But like I said, I do see him trying to give you all of his, you know, attention when it's necessary. But overall, it looks good. It looks okay. You know, just a couple kinks, but it can be worked out. Hi, who is this? Let's see, Viking. Hi, how are you? Yes, Esparta. That's what I got, love. Okay. Did I answer all your questions? You're welcome. All right, Shavish, did you have questions? Thank you guys for the likes as well. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. All right, and then Vike, if you could make sure to like the live and also subscribe, and I will go ahead and put you on the list, okay? What are Hade's current thoughts and feelings towards me? What are Hade's current thoughts and feelings towards Shavish? We haven't spoken in a while, but she randomly blocked me because I started giving her the energy she gave me. I'm gonna go down towards the sideways. Like it seems like that out of sight, out of mind energy right now. Like she's just trying not to like really care about it too much when it comes to you guys. Yeah, she has to start calling. She called it out. Like, I know she started slacking and called it out, and she made excuses. Yeah, well, with the Nine of Swords sideways, she's trying not to like even think about it too much or be that invested in thinking about the situation. However, I mean, I do feel like it still is on her mind because we have the King of Cups here. So she she's feeling a lot, but she's kind of like, but she's playing like a poker face energy. I think it did kind of hurt her feelings, like that. Basically, you had gave her the same energy because maybe she didn't really see it, like for how she was treating you. But it looks like she did, like her feelings were hurt, but she's composing herself to where like she's acting like she's unfazed by it. Okay. And you have the Six of Swords here as well. She feels like that you could have just like, you guys, like, I feel like she wanted to connect with you. And I see that you wanted to connect with her with the Six of Swords, but I think you two had two different approaches. That's why it wasn't working. Um, she may be someone who's like really bad at texting back or something. I know some people are like that. Like they just are not good texters. Was she like that in person too? And she made it seem, so I let it slide, but then she started doing it again. And then, so I basically decided to do what she did, and she blocked me. She started it off heavy. Yeah. Why did she start it off so heavy, but then fell back like that, Spirit? Like, what is that about? She has a problem with getting close to people. That's what it is. Like she might have came in so heavy because she had an energy like where she was feeling very emotionally impulsive. It's why she came in pouring in so heavy towards her energy. But then with the Knight of Pentacles here to the Four of Cups, I think she is her own defense mechanism. It's her own way of self-sabotaging so she doesn't disappoint herself. Because sometimes like when you have an issue with like abandonment, you might self-sabotage first subconsciously so that you don't have to deal with a disappointment. It was all online. Okay. She claims it was yeah. So I feel like she could have self-sabotaged just out of like sheer just like a defense mechanism. Like she doesn't even know why she was like that with you. But I do feel like when you caught her, she was at a highly emotional time. Maybe she was getting ready to start her cycle or something. You know how that be, girl. You know how to be. Like you be sometimes in the month you're a little bit emotionally more driven. And I feel like that's what happened. But like I think, like I said, she could have just naturally just self-sabotaged because she has an issue with getting too close to people or letting people too close to her. Like it's a self-sabotaging type of energy. Honestly, I don't really think that she wanted it to go this way, but she just allowed her own insecurities about relationships to play out, friendships and stuff like that. All of it, like. Can I ask intentions? I usually ask the thoughts, feelings, and intentions. You want to know the intentions behind her coming towards you? No? Wait, let me read this. Can I add intentions? Oh, her current intentions? What is hate's current intentions towards Shevish? What are her current intentions towards Shevish? Her current intentions towards you is... So she's kind of just going to let this connection fall out because she doesn't feel like she's in a mindset to try to maintain a friendship. Yeah, because this hermit is reversed. Six of Wands. Yeah, she is not in an energy to entertain or connect or try to maintain anybody's energy right now. She's really just focused on herself. She's really just focused on her own thing. I don't see her trying to save this situation. Like, I just see her with this Queen of Pentacles reversed. Like, I mean, she's more so focused on her own person. Like, okay, cool, whatever. Like, noted, That's what I was saying. She's like, with this Hermit reverse here, she's no longer giving space to thinking about it anymore. So, what was her sign? We have a Six of Wands. As I said, she's kind of focused on her own success. Maybe she's in school. Maybe she has other things going on to distract her. She's getting like, I don't know. But yeah, I didn't like the fact that she was trying to make it seem like I would like the problem. Like you were the problem. Yeah. You forgot. Oh, okay. Got it. But yeah. But like I said, she could have just self-sabotaged because she's not comfortable getting close to people. So it's like self-sabotage the energy. Yeah. And honestly, you also want to look at what's in your 12th house, because your 12th house is going to help you to understand why people get like that with you, flaky. Do you know what your 12th house is in? I can't remember if you told me before. All right. So let's see. I got room for like one more person. Vike, are you still here? And then after this, I'm getting off of here, you all. It's been a long night. Can't believe it's 7. You're welcome, Shavish. It's in Taurus. Let's see something. Hold on. Interesting. So yeah, with you having a 12th house in Taurus, you could come off as someone who's very reliable and someone that like your friends can like kind of find comfort in. Like once they like connect with you authentically, you are someone that's very much so reliable as a friend. But the problem with having a Taurus 12th house is that people can come into your energy and just kind of drop their energetic load onto you. With you having that 12th house in Taurus. Also, it can kind of um, transitions. So you may find more solid friends as you kind of go through like pretty much like you start having growth in your life. Like you may connect with someone in your apartment complex. Like let's say you actually do move this upcoming year, you could come across people that are supposed to be in your life around that time, because it says the 12th house is often associated with unseen ties and spiritual orchestration. You may find that your most significant friendships feel entirely faded. Sorry, my son. Like you meet someone through pure coincidence or like a sense of comfort or safety. So I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, when you're making these life transitions, if that's when you meet your real friends, basically. Okay. So that's what I'm getting, but look it up on Gemini. You should be able to type that stuff in on Gemini to see as well. It'll tell you, like, it'll break it down for you. It'll break it down for you more. Okay. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to connect with people online, because it being in Taurus, you need something that's very tangible and practical. That's why I said you could more than likely meet the people that are supposed to be in your life when you're going through a transition, like moving into a new house, something like that, or even like connecting to someone when you're out enjoying a simple pleasure, like because you have to play off of that Taurus energy, that Venus energy. So these are people that are going to come into your life that's faded, okay? And like I said, you'll meet someone by pure coincidence, but instantly feel deep, familiar sense of comfort and safety with them. So you can ask Gemini, like, give you examples of where you can meet these faded lovers or friends or, social circles. Yeah, so try stuff like that. Like your friendships need to come through in-person interactions, not the online stuff, because it doesn't honor your 12th house, because Tauruses are it's an earth sign at that, so it likes tangible, practical material. So you are better off meeting people in person, honestly. I know, but that's something you got to work through. You have to work through that, because that's going to unlock your connections that you're so deeply seeking. You're going to have to get kind of like a little bit more accommodated to connecting with people in person. I know. Yeah. But that's kind of what I'm seeing. So, like I said, talk to Gemini. It'll help you get through some of that stuff. But I am going to go ahead and sign out. I don't think I have any other questions in the chat, right? Does anybody else have questions before I come off of here? I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Going once, going twice. All right. I'm going to go ahead and come off live, you guys. Thank you all so much for liking the live. Thank you for subscribing and new subscribers. Appreciate that. And thank you all for your donations. This was a great night, and I hope to see you all again soon. But in the meantime, take care. Talk to you later.